Aside from the new Liquid Glass UI, iOS 26 actually comes with a ton of other changes. Also, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Paperlike. Their lineup of accessories ranging from the classic screen protectors to pencil grips to screen cleaners and cases, they turn your iPad into a portable canvas. All while reducing reflections, stopping scratches, and making the Apple Pencil experience even better. So if you've got any iPad, give it a go by using the links below. Okay, so the first iOS 26 secret that I found is that when your iPhone is being charged, you'll now be able to see the charge time until 80% directly on your lock screen. This is something that Android phones have had for many years now, so I'm really happy to see this finally come to the iPhone. In fact, I do think that Apple has done it better, as not only will it show you the time it takes for you to charge, but also it will show you if you're using a slow charger. Although, weirdly enough, it won't show you the time to get to 100%, only 80%, unless you manually go into the battery settings and see it there. At number 2, this one's very hard to notice, but when you tilt your iPhone, you'll now get this shimmer effect around the dock and the icons. Then number 3, you probably know that you can turn your lock screen into a 3D lock screen with the new spatial scene feature. But did you know that you can also transform any photo actually in your library into a spatial photo by pressing this button right here, and then whenever you tilt your phone, it will give you this 3D-like effect. The next secret is one of my favorites. Whenever you set an alarm, you can now change the snooze duration from the previous 9 minutes to as long as 15 minutes, or even as short as 1 minute if you really want to torture yourself. At number 5, if you're not a fan of the lack of background blur whenever you open up the control center, you can actually fix that by going into the accessibility settings, then display and text size, and enabling reduced transparency. Just take a look at how much of a difference this makes when it comes to readability. At number 6, Safari now has 3 different layouts that you can pick from: compact, bottom, and top. Bottom is basically what we had in iOS 18, just with a floating navigation bar. Top is a more traditional layout, with the search bar being always visible at the top, whereas compact is definitely my favorite, as it hides everything on the bottom here, and when you scroll up, the UI will also go away, giving you a full screen reading experience. Speaking of a full screen reading experience, I've also noticed that the home navigation indicator does tend to disappear a few seconds after you've opened up an app, giving you a true full screen experience, which this makes sense as most people have gotten used to swiping up to go home on the iPhone by now. Okay, at number 8, if you've got a visionPro, you can finally unlock your iPhone while wearing the visionPro. No need to type in your passcode all the time. Number 9, in Apple Music, you can now create folders for your playlists. So if you ever wanted to be a bit more organized with your playlists, well, now you can. Number 10, if you like watching videos or listening to music at night in bed, well, there's now a late night setting that will compress the audio, making louder parts of a song have the same volume as the quieter ones, hence making the listening experience just a bit less disruptive before your bedtime. Now, back with one more battery tip. If you go into settings, then battery, then power mode, aside from low power, there's now a new adaptive power mode. This one actually got leaked before, and what it does is that it allows the iPhone to automatically toggle some settings on and off to extend the iPhone's battery life more based on your current usage. Then, number 12, in the phone app, you can now toggle between the old UI and the new unified UI, which combines the recent calls, missed calls, and voicemails into one single tap. Oh, and you know how Apple introduced the macOS preview app to the iPad? Well, it's actually available on the iPhone as well. And with it, you can preview PDFs, you can complete text fields, and you can even sign documents with the same Pencil UI as the iPad, just without the Apple Pencil support, of course. At number 14, the Apple Wallet app will now show you real-time flight info if you enable live activities from the settings. So it will kind of work like the Flighty app, one of my favorite travel apps to use whenever I'm flying. And I guess as a bonus tip, since Liquid Glass introduces these clear icons, your wallpaper is more important than ever. And that is why I think our Amorphous Auras pack by Michael, which you can find in our app wallpapers right here, is one of the best choices for iOS 26. Links down below. At number 15, this one isn't active yet, but it will be by the time iOS 26 launches in September, and that is satellite weather. Yes, not only will we be able to send iMessages and SOS calls through satellite like before, but now you'll also be able to receive real-time weather updates even when you've got no signal. 16, if you use focus modes like one for your work and one for when you're at home, you can now also add a phone call filter. So that's when you're at work, you only get to see the calls that are coming through your work SIM. Really cool. Speaking of SIMs, when you set up an eSIM, you've now also got the option to transfer directly from an Android phone, and it also works the other way around too, making switching to and from an iPhone even easier. 18. The screenshot UI has been updated. The pencil toolbar no longer shows up automatically, and instead, we now get an Apple Intelligence button which lets us translate text or search stuff on the page. Speaking of screenshots, if you go to General and then Screen Capture, you can now enable HDR for taking screenshots, something that you normally only get in photos. Although I have to warn you, your screenshot will be super bright when you're viewing them at night. 20. In the Files app, you can now expand a folder to see what's inside without opening the folder entirely. Pretty handy. 21. This is one of my favorites. You can finally select specific portions of a text in iMessage whenever you want to copy and paste the text. So no need to just copy the whole sentence like you had before. Just pick the parts that you want. Also, if you like using monograms for your contacts, you now have more customization options, including some pre-made suggestions that you can pick from. 23. You can now see the password change history in the Passwords app. So in case an app requires the previous password from you, then you'll be able to quickly find it there. 24. If you go into accessibility settings, you'll notice a new accessibility reader setting. Then you'll need to enable accessibility shortcuts, make sure that the accessibility reader is added there, and whenever you triple tap the side button and select accessibility reader, the text from whichever app you're in will get copied into the accessibility reader app. And from here, you'll be able to listen to the text, as well as adjust the font style, font size, font color, and almost anything you want there. Oh, and if you've ever used personal voice, that's way faster to do than before. Essentially, personal voice lets you capture your voice in case you're in the process of losing it, and then you can use text-to-speech in your own voice as well. Previously, you had to record 150 phrases of yourself, and it took around 24 hours for your voice to get processed. But now, you just need to record 10 phrases, and it takes about 2 minutes for this to get processed. Major improvement. Speaking of sounds, at 26, if you go into the accessibility shortcuts, you can enable background sounds, which now, with iOS 26, you get tons more options to pick from. And you can also customize these more by adding an EQ or adding a timer to stop the sounds at a specific time, for example, when you've fallen asleep. Okay, this next one is really cool. You can now set custom ringtones from whatever audio file you've got in the Files app. Just download something online and then go to the More options and tap the Set as Ringtones. Yeah, really cool. No need to buy ringtones anymore like you actually had to until now. 28, another accessibility feature, is Braille Access, which you can find if you go to the VoiceOver in Accessibility Settings option and then Braille Access. This lets you access Braille notes using a Braille display, and you'll even be able to control your iPhone by using that external Braille display, including take notes, and also you'll be able to perform calculations using Nemeth Braille. At 29, in the Podcast app, you can now control the playback speed from 0.5x to 3x. Yeah, not sure why this was not an option before. And finally, number 30, you now get haptic vibrations whenever someone's call connects or ends, which I think is perfect for when you're on hold, as you'll be able to immediately tell when you get connected. Of course, there are way more iOS 26 changes, so make sure to check out our previous video right here covering the 26 biggest changes, none of which have been mentioned in this video. Other than that, give this video a like if you've enjoyed it, helps the algorithm, and do subscribe for more iOS 26 and Apple content. I'm Daniel, this means Enough Tech, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Enough Tech, signing out. Cheers.